What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Glazed Party House. Today I have something a little bit different for you guys. So today we're gonna be doing a Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War map tier list. Okay, so Sean already did the weapons tier list, so he already got that unlocked for you guys. So if you want to see some weapons, check that out. But right here, right now, we're gonna be rating some maps. All right. So as you guys know or may not know, Cold War launched with 8 maps only, which is like a little bit disappointing. You see a lot of the same maps over and over again, especially cough cough Cartel, but you know, that's okay. So we're gonna get it started. We're gonna start left to right down here, and we're just gonna get into it. We're gonna start with Armada. So Armada ship map, you can't really go wrong with the ship map, right? It's not gonna be too big, hopefully. It's not gonna be too small, right? It's a pretty decent sized map. I wouldn't say there's any small maps in this game. I mean, there are definitely like maps that they're a little bit too big. I'm thinking of one right now, but you know, yeah. So Armada, nice like medium sized map, just like most of the other maps in the game. It's really just like what, 2 spawn points at the end of the ship. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty straightforward map. It's pretty fun. You know, there's not a lot of places you can camp, not too many corners. I mean, it can be done. Like, you know, don't think it can't be done, because campers they will always find a way. But you know, it's not too bad. I don't experience many campers on the map. I usually have good games on this map, not a lot of frustration. But yeah, I mean, like the people who camp ladders, that's the worst thing about this map. The people who camp the ladders. But other than that, it's not too bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in good. We're just gonna leave that right there. It's definitely not the best. It's not the worst, and it's a little bit better than average. They could have made this map a whole lot worse. So we're gonna move on to Checkpoint. Alright, so Checkpoint, I feel like it had a lot of potential. It's just something about this map. I don't know. It's just something. It's missing something. No, I think it has a little bit too much of something. I don't know. It's just something is off about this map. Honestly, in my opinion, if the plane wasn't in the middle of the map, I know we're at like an airport or something. The plane wasn't in the middle of the map. It was just a nice like open map. It would be a lot of fun, right? I don't know. The plane just annoys me. Especially like how, I don't know, everybody just camps inside the plane. You think it'd be a good sniper map, like just straight like lines of view, but I forget which side of the map is. It just doesn't seem as like fair for sniping as the other side. It's just weird because you get more of the plane inside of your vision, but it could be worse. It's not too bad. It's not as good as Armada. So we're gonna rank it at the mid tier, mainly because, oh, don't forget about the campers too. They love that airplane. They really do love that airplane. That's the main reason. If there's something different about that airplane, it could be better. It could be a lot better. Yeah. So now let's go ahead to, what's this called? Crossroads, I think. I don't remember, but yeah, let's go with Crossroads. So I mean, it's your run-of-the-mill Call of Duty snow map, right? There's nothing else I can say about it. It's a pretty good map. There's nothing, I don't really have many complaints about it, to be honest with you. Any rooms? I guess like the only room, if you're playing domination, let's look at it from domination standpoint. The building on A side map, a lot of people like to camp in there, right? Especially, I don't know why, because it's nothing special about it, but me personally, I run into a lot of campers on that spot. I like to avoid as much as possible if I'm like, if my spawn is C side, because a lot of A side players like to camp on that side. Yeah, the tank side of the map, I love it. It's a good sparking session over there. It's not a lot of places you can really camp too hard. I mean, you can sit in some corners, but it's a good sparking session. That's where all the lit players go, all the good players. You always go tank side. Now, don't get me wrong. The opposite side, whatever side that is called, whatever you want to call it, but the opposite side to the side with the tank on it, I think it has like maybe some crates on it, some containers. That side is pretty good too. If you're one of those types of people who like to just F up the enemy team, you like to get behind all the commotion, show up, pop up, and just start slaying. That's a good side too. That's for the people who really want to wreak havoc on this map. But for sure, if I see Crossroads, I'm definitely voting for it. So I'm gonna drop it in best. Now we get to Garrison. Garrison's not a bad map. I don't care what anybody says. It's not a bad map. It's a good map. It's one of the better maps. It's better than some of these maps on this list. It could be a lot worse. It's a pretty straightforward map. You know, run around, shoot, like nothing too surprising. You get a little bit of campers. It's fine, right? It's a good map. So there's really not much to say about it. I mean, there's a lot of sparking on this map. A lot really goes down. There's not too many places you can camp, and yeah, I really don't remember having that many of bad games on this map. I don't have excellent games on this map, but I don't have games where I'm ever frustrated or I just want to quit out the match, or I'm just like sick of somebody. So yeah, I mean, I don't have the best games either. So I'm just gonna drop this in mid tier. It's not a bad map. It's definitely not a bad map, but it's also not a good map. Now, Miami. Let's talk about Miami. Miami has a lot of haters. Alright? It doesn't have a lot of lovers, just a lot of haters. There's nothing wrong with Miami. Miami is honestly one of the best maps in the past, 3 or 4 Call of Duty games that have been released. Honestly, it's probably in the top 5. It may be larger than the other maps. You may have people camping in windows. You may get shot from God knows where, because everybody likes to snipe on this map. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's a great map. It's a good time. You're in Miami. You can't be upset. You really can't. Look at the palm trees in the background. Embrace it. That's Miami right there. You're in a good map and you're here for a good time. Not a long time, unfortunately, but you're here for a good time. And that's why you always play this map. You might notice you play this map a lot, and you might not want to play this map a lot, but once you realize why you're playing the map a lot, it'll make sense. It's because people are voting for it. It's because it's a good map. So I'm gonna drop this up here next to best maps, because it's a great map once you realize it. You just have to open your eyes up a little bit and just realize it's a great map. Now Moscow. Let's get to Moscow. Moscow is a terrible map. I hate this map. You get campers everywhere. And honestly, that's the only thing I hate about this map. You get campers. Now you think, oh, okay, it's just one small thing. It's just campers. That's it, you know? It's nothing about the map layout. Like, everything is fair with the map layout, kinda. It's it's an okay map, you know, like the theme is fine. It's just your standard like Call of Duty theme map. There's nothing wrong with it. But no, there's a lot wrong with it. It's campers. Campers can completely ruin a map. Like this map has too many spots you can camp. That's the issue. That's the issue with this map. It only favors that type of person, that type of player. If you want to run around, have fun, kill people, have like some fast, I guess like fast action going on, some fast-paced gameplay, then you're not gonna get it, because if you try to play that with that sort of approach, you're gonna get shut down. You're gonna get punished for it, because you always have to check your corners in this map, because I guarantee you that one corner you didn't check. You could check 99 corners, but that one corner you check, that's the one with the camper in it, and you're going to lose that streak. Well, kinda, but that's a whole nother story. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this in worst map, Moscow. Bang bang, there we go, worst map. Let's see. So Satellite is a good map. Why is it a good map? It's a good map because it's one of the more like versatile maps, I would say. So of course, depending on which side you spawn, I'm gonna look at this from like domination C flag side. I mean, actually we don't have to look at it that way. We can just divide it into two different like regions of the map. You have like, I guess, crash site, we'll call it crash site, and we'll call the other side dunes, right? So dunes, obvious sniper spot, right? That's for the people who want to level up their Pellington a little bit so they can unlock their attachments. They want to just, you know, I don't know, just have a good time, like just sniping, just chilling, because you can't really do it on all these other maps. Like Armada, you can't really snipe that well on Armada. Miami, you can't. That's part of the reason it's up there. But yeah, you can't really do it that much on the other maps. If you bring a sniper on the other maps, you're gonna be quit scoping. Like you're FaZe Clan at that point. But so Satellite, you have dunes where you can snipe. You can just chill, have a good time. And it's versatile because you also have crash site. You can take out your SMG, your assault rifle, and you can just go to town on the right side of the map too if you want. You can go ahead and flank the snipers from the right side of the map, because you're surely not gonna make it to them on dunes, because everybody brings out their sniper on that side. I mean, and you also have the M16s, because you can snipe with the M16s from dunes too. But that's a whole different video. Sean probably talked about it on his tier list. So yeah, go check that out if you want to hear about the M16s and you know, whatnot. But yeah, so with Satellite you have the versatility with dunes and crash site, different play styles, and it's a lot of different choke points too. So that's pretty great also, if you're, you know, into the whole fast-paced type of thing. Let's see, not too many campers. There's really not a lot of spots to camp. Like the closest thing you're gonna get to a camper is the snipers on the dune side of the map, which you can completely avoid too, if that's your preference, because a lot of people sniping from dunes, well, the average player sniping from that side is not really gonna hit somebody on like on the crash side of the map. So I mean, yeah, that's just what it is. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this at good map. So Cartel. Now Cartel, most of you guys probably came into this thinking, well, we already know where Cartel is gonna be. Cartel is not a good map. Cartel, I'm tired of the bushes. I'm tired of the spawns flipping. I'm tired of getting shot from random places. I'm tired of campers. But honestly, Once you play Cartel enough, it becomes a lot easier. So I would say this map is more of a map to kind of, it's more I guess I would say tuned to the higher elo players. So, and if you guys don't know what I mean by higher elo, just mainly the more skilled seasonal players. Of course, like if you jump into this game and the first map you play as Cartel, which is highly likely, you're not gonna have a good time and you're automatically just gonna pin it as I hate this map. And first impressions are very important, so that's just gonna stick with you throughout your whole Cold War experience. But once you really start playing this map, you just begin to understand it more, especially when you equip your flashlight onto your gun. If you don't know about the flashlight, check out the flashlight. It's not just for light, all right, but like, yeah, bring the flashlight into the bushes. You might see a little something you ain't never seen before. But yeah, once you figure out the map, then you'll understand why I'm about to put Cartel where I'm about to put it. So yeah, and just like Miami, you're gonna be playing this map a lot, and you may not understand why you're gonna play this map a lot. It's gonna get voted for. You may not understand it first because you're gonna think it's not a good map, but for the same reason as Miami, it's getting picked, and that's because it's going to the top. It's going to the top, baby. Cartel 2020. So I mean, looking at this tier list, you can see we have a pretty good diversity of maps up here. We have Crossroads, best tier. Miami, best tier. Cartel, best tier. It's a very diverse subset of maps right here, right? The good maps, we have Armada, we have Satellite. They're okay maps. Mid tier, these are maps that need a little bit of work. I think they do need work. I think that there should be some small tweaks to the maps. And checkpoints, I think it's checkpoints, I keep forgetting. And checkpoints, defense, or I guess situation, not really defense. In checkpoint situation, it might have a little bit of too much of something, which is that big airplane in the middle of the map. It's a little bit too much. And what map is that? Garrett, I don't even know what I called it before. But yeah, in this map right here, Garrison, I don't know what I called it before, but I don't think I called it Garrison. But in this map, it's just missing something. I feel like it's missing something, or it just needs a tweak too. I don't think it really has too much. I feel like it's missing a little bit. Just to give it a little bit more like fun. I don't know. Maybe that might be being able to completely avoid that warehouse and having like a little separate like alcove sort of situation on the side of the warehouse where you can go from one spawn to another spawn without even touching that place at all. Or maybe even like hopping on the roof or something. But it needs something to give it a little bit more like diversity to it. And we have no bad maps. There's no bad maps in here. But we do have a worse map, and that's Moscow. So yeah, with that being said, everybody, thank you for checking out this tier list. If you have any other ideas, any other like opinions, like if you have any feedback about this tier list, or your tier list is completely different, you know, let me know in the comments. Just drop it down below. You know, I'll look at it, respond to everybody, and I'll see what you guys are thinking. But yeah, with that being said, peace out.